Gary.
Hello.
This is Gary from Darkhaus and Propane and class. So we're doing my first and also Gary's first eye-to-eye interview from TV of Lost. So take a seat in your next section.
Thank you very much.
We started drinking grappa.
Grappa?
So, but do you have a glass for me, maybe too? Oh yeah, thank you. Share the glass.
Salud.
Salud.
Yeah, they share it.
Pretty nice one. I think it's relatively inexpensive too. I like grappa. A very good friend of mine from a band called, used to be in a band called Do or Die.
Oh yeah?
Now he's in a band called Coma from Belgium. My friend Luigi, he's a Sicilian guy, a great guitar player.
Yeah.
He turned me on to grappa many years ago, and it's a nice drink.
By the way, it sounds funny if I say I played in a band, Do or Die, now I'm in coma.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Alright. I think basically I've been choosing to talk to you, or we choose you because you're a very interesting guy. I'm the bass player, you're the bass player, so fundamentally...
Brothers in bass?
Yes.
You know what they say about us bass players? We do it deeper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's enough. Alright then. I find it very interesting because I'm originally from the...
Speak louder!
Ah, yeah, okay. My base is in the metal music.
Yeah.
Somehow I found out gothic and rock and scene and stuff, a lot of lost and stuff. I found it very interesting that you are Propane for such a very long time.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Final Revolution record, I listened to it for Propane the first time the last weeks because I knew, okay, I'm gonna be doing stuff. And I love it.
Oh, thank you.
This is really cool. I thought it was more based into old school hardcore. I think you evolved.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the older records, I have to admit.
Right.
But it's great. But I wonder how it came that you found a band like Darkhaus. As I know there's something with Rupert in the past that's made you work together. I would like to have a small inside view.
Yeah, I'll try to sum it up in a few sentences. I was hanging out at my place poolside with the Corona one day. This is literally how it happened.
Yeah.
And I was completely fucking bored, you know. And I was like, sometimes, you know, when you go home for a stretch of time, you really want to go back out on the road.
Yeah,
you know? And it was at a time when Propane wasn't doing as much touring as I wished to do. And I said, well, you know, it's a great time to start something new, you know, some other styles that I've been a fan of and have been influenced by almost my whole life.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm known for playing hardcore music and metal music, but I grew up listening to all other bands, you know, in the sort of dark wave genre, like Depeche Mode, The Cure, Ultravox, Joy Division, Smith, stuff like that. And I had always written music in those styles, but it's not what I've become known for.
Yeah.
So I started to think about potential collaborators, and this was shortly after Rupert left the Stefan Weidner band, DRESDEN. And I figured I'm going to call him up and see if he's interested in doing a collaboration with me, and just write some songs and see where it goes. And he was very into it. He said, why don't we just get together for a week? I'll fly to your house, we'll hang out, write some music, and see what happens. And Darkhaus is the byproduct of those early collaborations. And it started to take shape after a while. The 80% of the songs were written and composed by Rupert and I before the other components of the band were added. And I sang on all the Darkhaus demo stuff. So, and we added Marshall Stevens, who was also with me in Propane. He was the third band member. Then Paul Keller, who was an old friend of Rupert's, Bielefeld. And so we added him on drums shortly after. And then we met Kenny, and that was the missing link in Darkhaus. And it really took all of the demos and everything that we had done previously to another level instantly. You know,
somehow you and Rupert gave birth to Darkhaus.
Yeah,
it's a good story. Did you told it to other magazines, or are we exclusive now?
I think that's pretty exclusive. I mean, yeah. I mean, I touched on these things, but only vaguely to certain magazines, and because they weren't that inquisitive. So, you know,
that's cool, because I thought in the past when I met Rupert sometimes and Hammer and Leeds and everything. I thought that he's also writing with you on some Propane stuff. Maybe I got it wrong somehow.
No, I mean, well, in 2008 we released a record called No End in Sight, and he added some guitar embellishments to that particular album, but nothing prior to that or since that.
Okay, so just for me to make it clear.
Yeah, like you mentioned the album The Final Revolution.
Yeah.
That's I did all of the writing on that, all of the music and others.
And I simply love your voice. I'm, for example, a big fan of that Cold Chamber voice.
Yeah, I like Cold Chamber too.
It's similar on that record.
Oh,
because it's so that grind thing, it's typical distortion that makes you unique. Right. I like that. It's really cool. Also, the sound is crushing tones. And all the Darkhaus fans, because I think the viewers will be Darkhaus fans in general. Darkhaus is amazing, but also stop by to listen to Propane. It's worth it.
Yeah, check it out.
Come on dark side, you know?
Yeah, it's a much more abrasive band and heavier in nature, but some of the fans are crossing over. We're getting a lot of Propane fans coming into the Darkhaus camp, and vice versa.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's cool.
And you do also a lot of backhits on stage here with Darkhaus.
Yeah.
That was funny somehow to know in the background, and then really clear and great voice. Or let's say it sounds like it's clear.
Yeah, well, some days are better than others.
Yeah, of course.
But I like to sing melodic, you know. I do, and it's much easier when you have a very good lead vocalist to work with, because Kenny's, you know, singing pretty spot on, you know, all the time. So it's easy to find your register and your key, you know, when you know the lead singer's pretty on.
Yeah, and you sounded pretty good today, I have to say. For a festival situation, everything was pretty good sounding. Clear, you played well.
Yeah, it's technically our first big festival. So we were pretty excited about it going into it, and we knew that we at least had the potential to make a lot of new fans today. And I think we did a pretty good job. You know, there were some technical issues in the beginning, but that happens sometimes. But I think after halfway through the first song it was pretty smooth, and I think we gave a good performance. And I think we're happy with it.
It was good. I mean, I've seen also SZENE, the Hamburg show, and it was a big step from that show to today.
Yeah, well, the band's always making some pretty big progress, and it's happening pretty quickly, which is good.
Yeah.
It's in the beginning. I mean, we had our first shows with Unzuk. I think that was last November. Yeah. And those were literally our first shows together as a band. Yeah. And so we made what I think is a strong album, but you know, when you get together on stage, it's a completely different animal. And we had to really find our trying to sort of raise the bar a little bit each performance.
Yeah, and also what I find interesting, that the more you play together, the more you watch each other, and sometimes go to each other and see how you react to each other. And there's more movement, for example, I like that.
Right, and that's part of the chemistry, you know?
Yeah.
If you're a band that's been around for a long time, you just sort of, you know what the other guy's going to be doing at all times. You even know when he's going to go and take a sip of beer or some water.
Yeah, or like, hey, should he cool?
Yeah, it gets to be sort of mechanical.
Yeah.
And like with Propane, we have such great chemistry on stage. We've done so many shows together. We just know what each other are doing at all times on stage. Darkhaus, it's in the sort of the early stages of finding that chemistry, finding what works, what doesn't work, and you know, and the band's always making great progress.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I can see. It's really lovely.
Your turn.
You can also say whatever, I don't know, just we also cut it anyway. So.
Well, let me ask you about you guys. Well, what's happening? You guys currently came out with a new record.
That's true. In April, we did a couple of festivals. We also go on tour, as you know, guys, because Stevie of Lost, I think. And no, it's we're doing really good. We also do Russia for 2 shows.
Awesome.
And
great audience, right? Moscow, St. Petersburg.
Yeah. Literally freaking out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's crazy stuff. And,
how many times have you guys been there?
It's really the 3rd time this year in Russia, and we hopefully get in there. Let's see. There's also you never know. And that was really cool. I don't know if you checked out our video clip La Bomba.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, it's
very cool. And it's really cool, you know, for a band in the genre that you're in to do something like that, because a lot of bands in the genre, they don't really, I think they would be afraid to go there, you know, to really have some, just do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think for me it's a bit of a breath of fresh air for the genre.
Yeah, you know? I hope so too. It's not easy to find that way somehow, because people might think, or they already did, like, oh, this is ridiculous and blah blah blah, but I think there's always space for fun, to have fun, to enjoy life. So that's what
people they love to see you have fun on stage. And, if you're having fun, you can't lose.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I think. For example, to play Propane also doesn't mean that you are only hardcore, because the image of hardcore is like straight edge, only hardcore, attitude,
Right.
With you, it's just a funny thing. You look a bit like a Superman, because in Propane you wear no glasses, and here you're a bit more relaxed. You're Clark Kent, wearing the glasses so nobody can recognize you anymore.
Well, you know, I have to be for this crowd. I have to at least look a little bit more intellectual. but don't let the glasses fool you.
No, that's fine.
And but back to your new album. I think it's a sort of a great leap forward for you guys. I like this record a lot.
Yeah, we also did another big step in the charts. It's not necessary, but somehow you know that the people get into it. People grow, the masses grow.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's cool. I think we really get more and more us, because we are able to. Nobody says no, you have to do like this. And instead of do what you feel, you're young, you should show rage and power and everything.
It's because it's your Fernsehsendung.
Oh, it's mine. So I think somehow, yeah, refill. Thank you very much for lending me your glass.
Well, here's to you guys. Cheers.
Yeah, stop talking, start drinking. You know.
Go to the Lost TV.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks, guys.